G'day guys, Dizzy Dave coming at you once again from Down Under. I am super excited to be doing this video today. We're doing a CD unboxing. Now I don't usually get too excited over CD soundtrack unboxing, but this one is very exciting because it marks the return of the Walt Disney Records Legacy Collection. Yes! I'm so excited. I have been bugging the Disney Music Emporium. I have been bugging the Disney Music Emporium for the last 2 years. Every single time I see them post something relating to the old Legacy Collection discs, I post a comment, when are you doing Volume 2? When are you doing Volume 2? Everyone wants Volume 2. If you are unaware of the Walt Disney Legacy Collections, it's this amazing collection of CDs Walt Disney Records put out between 2014 and 2015 of a series of Disney movies as well as the Disneyland theme park. So each soundtrack was released to coincide with an anniversary of a film or the theme park. There were 12 soundtracks released initially, which of course is like 40 something shy of however many Disney animated films there are out there. Also, it did include one live action film, which was Mary Poppins. These are incredible collections. In most cases, they are multiple disc sets. Sometimes they're 2 disc sets, sometimes they're 3 disc sets. Now, I picked up all of these releases individually when they first came out, and then the Disney Music Emporium decided to release the box set. And I was so annoyed, and apologies guys over at the Disney Music Emporium. I gave you a little bit of a hard time. I became a keyboard warrior and I typed, come on guys, I've spent all this money buying all of these sets individually, and as a collector of these, I'd really love to have the box set. I feel it's unfair that those of us who have bought all these individually and spent all our money on these individually, I feel it's unfair that we don't get to house them in this amazing box set that you've only just released after releasing all these individually. Well, I got a little message pop up in my inbox saying, we would really like to offer you a Walt Disney Records Legacy Collection box. Thank you once again guys so much for doing that. That little communication began a wonderful relationship that I do have with the incredible people over at the Walt Disney Music Emporium. Guys, I love you all so much. These guys support me so much. Every time I do one of these videos, they're happy to share it and support me in any way they can. Thank you so much, guys. I'm sorry I gave you a little bit of grief at the beginning, but you guys really pulled through for me, and thank you so much. Now, of course, if anyone wants to see like a proper unboxing of this entire first wave of the collection, let me know in the comments below, and I can definitely go through some of these old releases and do sort of a little retrospective flashback unboxing review thing on the Legacy Collection. These are incredible. You can still get your hands on these, and these soundtracks are amazing. In most cases, these soundtracks have never been released fully on CD. For example, in the case of The Lion King, this was the first time that the entire score of The Lion King was released on CD. These also offer bonus discs which are filled with early demos and test recordings. They are filled with some amazing bonus features, and these really are like the ultimate editions of these soundtracks that you can get. And they are incredible and they're amazing. You can still get your hands on them. I believe you can still get your hands on the Legacy Collection box set as well. So please, if you do want to get your hands on any of these, head over to the Disney Music Emporium online, and they will certainly help you out with getting your hands on all of these older editions. But today we are here to talk about the brand new release. After bugging them so many times, I'm so happy to see that they finally, I'm hoping they're doing a second wave of these. They haven't announced that they are officially doing a second wave, but they have released a new one. I'm guessing this begins a second wave. And of course, the first release from the second wave of the Walt Disney Records Legacy Collection is Robin Hood. Now, you might think, Robin Hood, that's a little bit boring. How good was the music? Well, this is a very important release soundtrack-wise for Disney. This is the very first time ever the soundtrack of Robin Hood has been released on any media. Was never released on vinyl and has never been released on CD until now. As it says on the front, collectible edition, complete soundtrack available for the first time ever. What has been released in the past is one of those storyteller vinyls, which has got a few of the songs, a few of the stings, and then it's got someone narrating the story of the film. That was all that was ever available on vinyl or CD. Finally, Disney have made the entire soundtrack of Robin Hood available on CD, and I'm so happy that we can finally do an unboxing of not only the very first release of the Robin Hood soundtrack on CD or any media, but also a celebration of the return of the Walt Disney Records Legacy Collection. Once again, guys, at the Disney Music Emporium, you guys are legends. Let's crack into this. Okay, let's take a look at this. I'm super excited about this. If you can't already tell, this is the new release from the Walt Disney Records Legacy Collection, Robin Hood. We've got a little sticker on the cover here which tells us a little bit about this set. It's a collectible edition. It is the complete soundtrack available for the first time ever, as I've already touched on. It includes 40 tracks. That's huge. And it also has enchanting linear notes, illustrations, and original concept art. I love these sets. Have I already said that? I love these sets so much. Okay, so let's rip this out of the shrink wrap in here. Usually I'd preserve these stickers, but I haven't on any of my previous ones, so good riddance. There we go, that's a good look at the cover right there. This is such beautiful artwork, and it really complements the artwork on the previous editions. For a very quick, brief look at them, there they are right there. Yeah, that's all the previous Legacy Collection editions, which are all still available to purchase right now. Let's take a look at the back first. There's another beautiful piece of artwork there. This is all artwork produced specifically for these sets by really talented Disney artist Lorelei Beauvais. If you purchase these through the Disney Music Emporium, you also get like a massive lithograph of Lorelei's artwork for these sets. So first off, let's open this up. I'm super excited to do this. This is the first one of these released in 2 years. These always start with a nice little booklet which give us some liner notes on the album, sort of explains about what work went into piecing together the album. So that'll tell us a little bit about that, about the history of the film, character and story development, and then a little bit of the history of the music in the film. Then we get some information on who is singing in the film here. As I said, it just gives you all this great information, production notes, absolutely everything you would ever want to know about the soundtracks are in here. These are absolutely fantastic for Disney music aficionados. They're absolutely a must-have, and all this information is fantastic and a must-read. And then of course we get a listing of every single track that's on here. As I said, 40 tracks. It includes all the songs and the entire score, and all this gorgeous artwork from Lorelei here as well as a little bit of original concept art from the film too is always included in this section here. So these are really comprehensive, really beautiful sets, and I love them dearly. I love them so much. Now we'll open up this section and we have a complete track listing where we have 2 discs here. These discs are always designed exactly the same. Very plain, but I think in this case, usually I get annoyed when they do this with the DVDs where they don't put any effort into the disc art or anything. But I think in the case of the CDs and in the case of these, really nice, simplistically designed, beautiful sets. This is perfect. I mean, you don't need so much artwork and just everything on the discs of these. There's 28 tracks on the first disc and 13 tracks on the second. The first disc here, of course, is the entire soundtrack and score from the movie. It's got all the songs, it's got the entire score. As I said, disc 2 we get all demos and outtakes and just all this amazing supplemental bonus features. And then we get a bunch of cover versions of songs at the end performed by Louis Prima, which is going to be really awesome. I've never heard any of this stuff. Of course, Louis Prima was an incredibly famous jazz musician of the time that they made this movie. He portrayed King Louis in the Jungle Book, so that's his amazing voice you hear on the Jungle Book soundtrack, and his big band was playing all that music as well. Absolutely incredible. Now, Louis Prima actually recorded a soundtrack in 1974 called Let's Hear It for Robin Hood, which was pressed on Buena Vista Records. In this one, it was sort of Louis Prima telling the story about how Robin Hood and King Louis could be best friends, and he performed a bunch of cover versions of the songs featured in the Robin Hood movie. I think these are going to sound really fantastic. I think that's an amazing addition to this soundtrack. This really is the most comprehensive version of this soundtrack you could ever ask for, as are every single one of these Legacy Collection CDs. I cannot praise the Legacy Collection enough. If you're a big Disney music fan, go out and grab this. And once again, this is the return of the Walt Disney Records Legacy Collection with the very first release of Robin Hood on any media ever. This is available right now through the Disney Music Emporium, so please head over and check out that website. It's an incredible website. Prices are amazing. Shipping prices are really good. Even international shipping prices are fantastic. I buy a lot of stuff from them, and as I said, those guys are absolutely wonderful over there. I'm happy to call them friends of myself and friends of the channel. So thanks again to the Disney Music Emporium for being absolute legends and for resurrecting the Legacy Collection. I hope, please do more of these, please do more of these. And again, guys, if you do decide to do a Wave 2 box, I do expect to be receiving one from you. Please. I don't want to be causing any more trouble. That's the only thing that's bugging me now. I've got this amazing box set with all the soundtracks and then Robin Hood sitting on the outside. So please do a Wave 2 box set and you know where to send one to. So that just about rounds out the video, I think. Once again, thanks everybody for watching this video. If you're a first time viewer of my channel, please, after the jump, hit subscribe and give me some support. To my regular viewers out there, thank you once again for joining me. To absolutely everybody, I hope I'll see you again soon. Until next time though, guys, take care and I hope you have a magical day.